Hey everyone, Fox with FoxeoGames here, and we've got another Dark Souls video coming your way. This time around, we're going to do the Ornstein Smough fight. This is not from the new content, but it is in the PC edition, the Prepare to Die version of Dark Souls. This battle has not changed from the consoles, but I'm going to show you guys how to take out Ornstein first, and then take out what we like to call in the community Super Smough. That's when basically you kill Ornstein and Smough becomes ultra powerful. You'll notice that I do take some damage here. I make one mistake coming into this fight, and that is I buff my weapon. I'm thinking that's useful. It's really not, because what we have to do to start out is, this is solo. You're not taking any summons in for this. This is how to do it by yourself, so you have to kite them around until you can get Ornstein by himself. The ideal thing is when Ornstein does that super sprint attack, where he flies at you. This can get him some distance away from Smough, and then you're free to get a shot or two on him before Smough can catch up. So that's the strategy we're going to use. If I had been a little more patient and hadn't worried about trying to use the fire buff before it ran out, then I wouldn't have taken so much damage early on there. You see, my fire buff is already out, and I barely even touched Ornstein. Yeah, I realize most of the community calls him Ornstein, but if that's a German derivative, it is pronounced Stein, so I call him Ornstein. And it is pronounced Smough. That's pretty well established. However, Goff in the new content, spelled the same way except with a G at the beginning, is pronounced actually Goff. We know that because his name is spoken. You see, I'm taking my time here, being very patient. I'm not in any rush. I'm not worried about healing up damage unless I feel that it's low enough where I could use all of my Estus. I don't like to heal if it's not going to use the entire potion worth of health. Unless, of course, I'm low to the point where I could die in a single hit. So, got a hit on. Using the Baldur's Side Sword. As always, guys, the most effective way to increase your ability to win at Dark Souls is to upgrade your weapon. More than anything else, an upgraded weapon is your key to success if you can't use raw skill. Ooh. Now you'll notice there that I was actually able to, I wasn't able to handle that. I lowered my shield at the wrong time. But I took Smough's entire hit. The way I'm able to do that is the use of the Baldur shield. The Baldur shield has really high stability. So if you don't have access to the Baldur shield, two other great options is the Hollow Soldier shield, as well as the Tower Kite shield. There are several different options for just a high stability, 100% physical block shield. Okay, getting a couple hits on there. You notice I can do some good damage, 164 right there with that R2 attack. The best weapon for bosses, for most bosses, is actually a relatively hard-hitting, moderately fast weapon that has good distance, and the Baldur's Side Sword fits that to a T. Notice I'm getting lazy here, getting a little careless, taking some hits. Okay, see? Now if you were using another shield that doesn't have such high stability, Smough would have knocked your shield guard out right there and done some serious damage. If you can, upgrade that Baldur shield or Tower Kite shield, because that increases the stability quite a bit. Taking some damage, getting careless. Now, this part right here got a little tricky for me because I was backed up against the fog gate. That was my fault. And I got lucky. They basically both did jump backs, and that's what allowed me to get out of there. They could have pinned me down, and it would have been very bad. I probably would have died. But notice the strategy. Just keep moving backwards. Don't do what I did and make the mistake of not realizing that you're walking into a wall. Again, I'm taking a ton of damage here. This was my first time fighting Smough. I'm sorry, my first time doing this solo in a long time. I just always bring in a summon. It's just more fun to fight bosses with summons. So I hadn't fought these guys solo in months. So this was a learning experience for me once again. It's a totally different experience going into this when you can have a summon or Knight Solaire get one's attention while you focus on the other. Much easier. And much faster too. Notice this is taking forever. Do be careful, don't bring in a weak weapon that depends on multiple hits. Katanas are borderline, but rapiers, anything like that, little spears that aren't upgraded, you don't want those because you're not going to be able to get in more than maybe 2 hits on Ornstein before you run the risk of him either hitting you or Smough catching up and hitting you. As a side note, some people are under the impression that it's easier if you kill Ornstein first because Smough is easier to kill by himself. I completely disagree. For me, Ornstein is a much easier fight by himself because basically the strategy is simple. Just stay up close to him, get a hit or two in, block if he does a normal attack, and then back out and roll if he does his butt stomp. Super Smough's butt stomp is ridiculous in terms of its range, and I make several mistakes. The only way I can get away from him when he does a butt stomp is if I break lock on and just run. Nice 164 hit. By the way, if you're really good, and I'm getting to this point, you can use Ornstein and Smough's shadows to kind of see them from an angle even when they're not on the screen. Kind of see where they're coming from. Okay, we got Ornstein stopped just short of me hitting him. Again, re-emphasizing, I haven't touched Smough, there's no need to. His health restores when he is by himself. Because you'll see, once you kill one of them, the battle kind of restarts with the other one at full health. And powered up. Okay, this is where I get impatient and watch what happens because of my impatience. I think, okay, oh, I thought I could get one more hit on him, finish it early, and I took 2 hits for that impatience. Gonna back up to Flask. Perfect time to Flask is when you get behind the pillars. Well, I guess I'm not gonna drink. I thought for sure I'd be drinking there. And boom, he's down. Ooh, I go for the heal spell. Try to save some flasks. You definitely want to go into this with 10 Estus flasks. Because it's, when you're learning boss maneuvers, you're going to take a lot of damage. Learning the distance and the range. And plus these guys, when they're by themselves, have lightning attacks that go right through your shield. There is no 100% lightning block shield. Period. Okay, so here's the strategy for Super Smough. Keep a good distance, because his attacks can hit you, even up close. A few of them can't, but if you stay close for too long, he's going to do the butt stomp, and it is difficult to get out of range of the butt stomp, and I get hit by it so many times. So keep a little bit of distance, and then as soon as he slams down his weapon, go in, get a hit on him, and then back away. So watch, I kind of bait an attack, run in, whiff, and then back out. But ideally you're supposed to hit him rather than whiff. Run in, hit him. Don't worry about that follow-up attack. If you're right up on him, it shouldn't hit you. And then back away from that. That's got incredible range. It's impossible to tell what the visual range is because watch how far this lightning goes. It looked like I was in it, but I wasn't. So the actual hitbox for that butt stomp lightning attack is invisible. You can't tell where it is. The visual representation is not accurate. When he comes charging at you, back up and keep your shield up and make sure you got full stamina. The charge attack has a longer hitbox than the weapon shows. The visual representation is shorter than the actual hitbox. You'll be able to get hit by it what seems like an inch or two on the screen away from where the actual hammer is. Okay, notice patience here. Baiting the attack. Ooh, that was bad. If you do for any reason get hit when you're baiting the attack, do not go in to hit him. It's too late. Oh, I shouldn't have gone in right there because I waited too long. Got lucky, he didn't butt stomp. I rolled that one, I got lucky. That's a very difficult attack to roll. It's got such a huge hitbox. Okay, flask up, get behind the pillars. That protects you. He can, of course, do what anybody in the game can do, including you. He can clip through walls and clip through solid objects, so be careful. This is, of course, on New Game. It's not New Game Plus. New Game Plus, you just got to be careful because they hit a lot harder. Got a real good hit on him right there. Now, I'm a big fan of rapiers. One of my favorites is actually Ricard's rapier, but you'll notice that those rapiers are extremely ineffective on most bosses because you have to get a lot of hits in a row with them to be effective, and if you stay up on that boss for too long, you're going to get hurt. So you need that hit and get out attack strategy, that sort of hit and run strategy, guerrilla tactics. Run in, get them, and run out. And a pro tip, if you need to run out real quick, break lock on, turn around, and run for it. Just make sure you do that key combo real fast. If you are playing on the PC version, please get a gamepad, and I really highly recommend the Xbox 360 gamepad. It works instantly, flawlessly, out of the box, but you can use Motion Joy or various programs to emulate 360 gamepad performance for other controllers like the PS3 or a Logitech. Just make sure it's dual analog and has all the proper buttons. Oh, I'm gonna get it, get it! Oh, see? I was just inside the hitbox range and it nearly killed me. Notice I back a little ways away from the pillar because he can clip through it. See, watch him clip right through it. So if I were standing right up on that pillar, that would have hit me, even though it's through solid matter. Oh, got lucky, that wasn't a butt stomp. And oh, he's gone. Got a little impatient there, but that's Super Smough, guys, and I will see you next time.